HAARP.com.
Huge rings appear over Australia. Is HAARP involved? Four strange giant rings appeared over Australia in January 2010. Could HAARP be involved? That would explain the massive floods which occurred 1 year later, in 2011. A year ago, Colin Andrews received an email from someone in Australia claiming that he has discovered a bizarre ring over Australia's southeast region. The rings were huge, as big as Germany or a US state, and they have been detected by the Australian government weather satellites and radars. At that time they haven't been given any serious attention and most people disregarded them, but today, after Australia was hit by massive floods, analyzing and understanding these rings is very important. The Australian media said these rings are perfectly normal and it's all a conspiracy, but now after floods reached biblical proportions in Australia, these strange anomalies must be fully studied. The southwest weather ring was definitely very strange and totally looks artificial. Similar rings later appeared in 2 more places. The large clearly defined ring has slowly dissipated but still was just visible on a time loop which was spiraling counterclockwise low-pressured system. These are official satellite images from Australian Government Bureau of Meteorology. First ring appeared in southwest of Australia on January 16, 2010. The image above shows a wide-band ring covering many hundreds of miles across the southwest of Australia with a small dot, presumably cloud, shown just right of center. Colin said he checked the site several hours later and played a loop of the radar which was on the site at that time. The radar confirmed the image above and showed the ring fading but still visible over a period of a couple of hours. Regrettably, the loop could not be saved. That loop is not on the site anymore, but the satellite image taken at 16:30 UTC is also very interesting. It shows a very large counterclockwise rotation over West Australia where the mysterious large ring had appeared. It revealed a small and brief appearance of a condensation trail formed off the coastline, and from the center what had been the huge ring a series of 3 small spiraling arms. These arms can be seen moving out of the area and moving northeast. Only remains of the huge ring now moving away northeast as several small spiraling arms. Satellite image by Australian government. Taken at 11:17 hours, noting the position of the ring from state border. Taken at 14:30 hours. Cloud cover has moved position but the ring remains in the same position but less well defined. Second ring appeared in northwest of Australia on January 22, 2010. 2 more bizarre rings seen on radar over the northwest and southeast of Australia on January 22, 2010. The ring over the southeast appeared approximately 30 seconds before the bizarre red star over the northwest. Northwest ring, the actual loop of this effect appearing on the local Broome radar, also shows the histogram. Here's a link towards the actual Broome weather radar histogram. Its intensity was detected as heavy and you can see it happening at frame 16 and 18. Third ring appeared in southeast of Australia also on January 22, 2010. Southeast ring, Melbourne area. Fourth ring appeared in southeast of Australia on January 27, 2010. Black spiraling radial arms from a much larger ruby red star center, over the southwest on January 27. The same facility as the third ring which appeared on the 22nd. 1 hour before the spiral burst appeared. Notice 2 radiating lines which connect at what becomes the center of the radar burst 60 minutes later. Close-up of the interesting combination of evolving events. Apart from the 2 radiating radar lines, notice also a series of spiraling arm arcs appearing in wave action in the sea to the south and also similar effects but as clouds to the east. Look again at these after what becomes a dramatic further development. When the ring of firefall takes place, one can see that its center is the same spot the 2 90-degree radar lines meet. The wave action from the ocean can be clearly seen by satellite to be aligned and separated by same spacing ratios as the radar or other arcing arms. Also to the west what is known as a cloud street has formed. Again the alignment and placement seems beyond coincidence and in just minutes, just like magic, become intrinsically part of a new low-pressured system. Fifth ring appeared in northeast of Australia on February 2 and 3, 2010. White ring seen over Queensland. Taken February 2, 2010. A new ring captured to the north of the old cyclone Olga. appearing to nudge it south towards the very place spot the new Melbourne low formed January 27, just 6 days ago before the big weather-buster cyclone Olga formed. Thank you to those observers in Australia who are continuing to watch the weather changes taking shape. 20 hours after the white ring on left. The image above appeared February 3 centered on Townsville, taken 2:30 p.m. Melbourne time. See also below on left, close-up on local radar. 25 hours after the image seen on left. This radar grab taken February 3, 2010 and centered upon Long Reach. See below right for local radar. Centered upon Townsville. Centered upon Long Reach. Sixth ring appeared in center northeast of Australia on February 4, 2010. The following day, the remains of Cyclone Olga finally crosses directly over the same spot where the Melbourne low formed under a bright red spiral symbol on January 27. See Fig 4 previous page. As the storm moves off land to the southeast, yet another new pattern appears. Bright blood red circle appears over Brisbane. Yes, Houston, we have a problem. Click on the image to enlarge it. 7th and N8 ring buzzed the southeast part of Australia in February, and who knows how many more others which were not captured? February 11, 2010, broken rings. February 19, 2010, another series of black spiral arms from a blood-red center. A few less arms than January 27. As the storms continued to move over Melbourne, the strange spokes can be seen by radar under the cloud cover. All original frames the Australia Bureau of Meteorology. 9th ring appeared on east coast of Australia on March 11, 2010. A new pair of concentric orange rings showed up on Sydney radar above on March 11. Right, as seen with satellite and radar overlay. Middle, only radar selected. Left, close-up shows two concentric rings. Moments before these disappeared from the national composite, Terry Hill's radar just to the north of Sydney showed a single blue ring seen far left on the local radar. All images are the copyright Australia Bureau of Meteorology. When the pair of orange rings disappeared, this single blue one showed for a short time right. Less than 24 hours after the above unknown interference on Sydney's Terry Hill's radar station, again the equipment was taken out of service. BOM radar system still in meltdown. The above screenshot is what visitors to the weather radar screen witnessed on March 12, 2010. Only a year after these bizarre rings appeared over Australia, massive floods struck the country. Other similar circles and rings seen on radar. Related posts.